Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the American Sports Connection. I'm your host, the one and only Joey Railroads. I'm here with my buddy Ryan Ennis. Ryan, how's it going, man?
It's going well, man. How about yourself?
I'm trying to not sweat off 10 pounds in this humidity.
I have my air conditioner on. That's how you know it's fucking cold. It's hot.
Dude, I went for a walk earlier, and I normally try to do like 3 miles, and I did about 1.5 miles because I was just worn out from, the humidity just sucked everything out of me.
Yeah, I got a mile walk when I walked to the train to go to where I have today, and then like 3/4 of a mile when I get out of the train. So I had to do that in each direction in this heat.
Huh, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, but I'll still take this over snow. So
Lance is saying he can barely hear you.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah, you sound all right now. Is that any better, Lance?
Because I don't know what else to do.
Damn technology.
I got the same mic on that I always have.
Yeah, he said you're good now.
Yeah, this is like the most funky thing in the world, bro. Sometimes it's like I don't even move it. Like I tap it and it doesn't even it doesn't really get moved any. But all right, cool beans. You can hear me.
Yeah, so it's been a little bit because last week my weather decided to be funky and messed with my electricity on and off all last Friday night.
Yeah, you live out in the boonies, so that happens.
Yeah, that's fair. So I didn't get to talk about this because it was last week, so I'll bring it up real quick. I had a fun time over at Synergy Pro Wrestling in Manville, New Jersey, which is like north-ish Jersey.
Is that by Womanville, or is that on the other side of Womanville?
Yes, it is.
Okay, just wanted to make sure that we talked about the same place. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's 2018. We got to make it fair. Got to chat with the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson, so that was kind of cool. He's actually a really nice guy because I had heard a lot of things about him, but couldn't have been nicer. The sucky part was I went to grab my interview stuff, and my digital recorder was dead.
Fun times.
So I've learned a valuable lesson to always carry batteries with me from now on.
It's not a rechargeable one?
No.
Oh, boo. Okay, because I would just tell you to get one of those, like, bricks. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Bro, I got one that it'll last for, I think it's 9 full charges from 0 to 100%.
Holy shit.
Yeah, bro, this shit's heavy. But between me and my wife, I don't think it's ever been empty. And we've used it. You can charge 3 things at once, and we've drained the shit out of it. I don't think I've ever gotten to empty.
Nice.
It takes 36 hours to charge, though.
Ooh, that sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, if I just throw it in every day and it's charged, so.
That doesn't sound like a bad deal.
Yeah.
But no, that was fun. And then I did Innovative Pro in Ridgefield Park last Sunday, which was fun. Got to see Jimmy Havoc wrestle. Never really saw him live, so that was kind of cool.
That's cool. Do I know about Jimmy Havoc? Yeah, I think I know Jimmy Havoc.
King of the Goths.
I know Jimmy Jacobs. Fucking
Zombie Princess.
Zombie Princess. I love that. I fucking love that.
Dude, I saw him.
Fall.
I think it was in December. I saw him wrestle Jimmy Havoc, and he came out wearing the whole getup and spitting out, looked like blood basically.
I like him.
Yeah, he seems like a really cool guy. So that was fun. I didn't get to mention this to you off air, but this just happened earlier this week. Tremont announced that he is starting his own women's company in the fall.
You know my aspect on all women's companies and all women's shows, with the exception of what WWE is trying to do.
No, I know.
I mean, good for him. I hope he's successful, but it's like, are there really that many women on the East Coast? I mean, like, bro, I don't know. I hope he does well. I'm sure he's going to draw people anyway.
Well, the thing I know that he'll bring in a lot of people from the Midwest. That's like his big thing. He has like a working relationship out there.
Look, if they could get the amount of talent to fill a card, I'm okay with it. My big problem is when you put together these fucking shows. Like there's that chick, that I don't know. I seen a video and like I know her locally and I don't remember her name. And if you do, don't say it. But she wrestled Ellsworth for some intergender.
Oh yeah, that was
like,
bad.
And I'm like, why would you allow like it? It kind of looked like a cheap, low budget porn without the nudity. I was like, what is this trash? Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if you ever want to make it big, I don't know if that's something you want, attached to you.
I will say
Maybe,
this.
I don't know. What the fuck do I know?
Now, I'll say in this area, the New York, New Jersey area, there's not very many shindies left.
What's a shindy?
A shitty indie company.
You would know better than me, so I'm not going to
Yeah, no, there's not very many left.
There's one that I know. Again, I'm not going to name it because I don't remember it, and even if I did, I wouldn't want to publicly name it because I know Mark does announcing for them, but...
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What?
I know the company you're referring. I just won't say it.
Do you know the story I'm about to tell? Did you see the comment I made?
No, I did not.
So that you may not know what I'm talking about, because he works for so many companies. There was one company, day after Nikolai Volkov died, had put up, here, watch his final match for $9.99. And I'm like, fuck you, I hope you guys go out of business.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Like, the day after he died, they were at fucking ads for, I don't know if it's RF Video or what, but it was, it was just one of these companies, and it leaves a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, come on, the bar is probably not even cold yet.
Yeah, well, it's like people I saw one, and we could bring that up because we hadn't talked about that either. When Brian Christopher Lawler died, I saw people selling his autographed merchandise like not even 24 hours after he passed away.
Well, I think Rob Feinstein does that.
I mean, I understand, like, trying to sell stuff, but for God's sakes, at least, like, wait a little bit. Like, the dude's not even cold yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was him that when Warrior died, he had all of his stuff that was just so overpriced.
Yeah, I think that's tasteless.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm almost positive that it was him. That's why I really don't mind naming a name.
Like Lance said, if you're going to put up Nikolai's last match, give it out for free.
Exactly. Or wait a couple of days before you start trying to make money off of it. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. I agree with that. Wait a little bit.
And $10 for a fucking indie match? Are you kidding me? For a fucking shitty indie match?
Because I was there for that match.
70-year-old, what, his last match?
Yep, I was there.
Well, I mean, it's like, how much did you pay for the whole night? This motherfucker's trying to charge $10.
Yeah, I paid $20 for the whole night.
Yeah, so I mean, it's I don't know. I have a big problem with trying to market off of people's deaths. I just always have. I think it's a tasteless way to make money. If people are gonna buy it the day after, then they'll buy it 2 days later. Like, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Like, if you're gonna do it, wait a little bit.
Yeah, because it's not like you're not gonna have the
because you know this dude,
customer base.
And it happens with any celebrity, wrestling, sports, whatever. When they pass away, everybody wants to buy their shit.
Yeah, but I think some of that demand gets inflated by having people start spamming what they have to say.
No, I agree where it gets oversaturated.
And I just think it's in bad taste. I just really do.
Yeah. Well, it was just a crazy week for wrestling because it was last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. It was Nikolai passed away, and then it was Lawler's kid, and then I want to say it was Brickhouse Brown.
I think so. Yeah. I'm 99% sure that that's who it was.
Yeah, it was
I don't have a fucking clue who he was, though.
No, I don't know. I'm not familiar, but still, you don't want to see anybody pass away.
You hear about fucking New Jack and
Yes.
Sabu, them fucking lowlifes. Look, I mean, say what you want about Brian Christopher. I mean, about Lawler. I don't know about like if he had any demons. Brian Christopher. I know Lawler's a fucking pedophile.
Well, I know, or at least it seemed to be, that he was always battling substance abuse issues.
Yeah, I mean, I remember, I'm pretty certain that's why he got let go from WWE, was that thing where he got caught trying to smuggle amphetamine pills.
I think it was into Canada, right?
Yeah, okay, so we're thinking about the same thing. But he was in jail for something.
I don't remember.
Isn't that where he died? Like, he hung himself in jail?
Yeah, and now Lawler and them are saying that that's not true. There's more to the story, and...
Look, I had no beef with him. I didn't remember him ever saying anything where I'm like, oh, that's fucked up, so...
I saw him, I'll say, about a year ago, give or take. He was at an indie show, like, selling his stuff, and he just looked sad.
I'm trying to think, like, I don't know how good of a worker he was, because I just always remember him as Jerry Lawler's son, so I know that tainted the way I looked at him.
Yeah, okay, not to cut you off, it said he was arrested and jailed for driving under the influence and evading police.
Okay. I mean, it's sad. I mean, because, look, I mean, he's an example of a fucking jobber who was over as fuck for, I mean, like, that's what WWE was really good at back then. Taking these fucking nobodies and getting them a fan base.
And I'll also say this. It might also be the pressure of you're Jerry Lawler's kid.
Yeah. I'm sure that didn't help either.
Because, you always hear these horror stories about, famous, not even just famous wrestlers, famous anybody's kids.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so hard to live up to that, depending on who they are, live up to that image, or, they're always kind of stuck in their shadow. I
will say, though, Charlotte's doing pretty damn well for herself.
I do agree. She's one of the few exceptions, I would say.
Her and Orton. Orton is an example of...
He's probably better than his dad.
I was going to say, Orton, I think, is the premier example of... Well, him and The Rock are the primary examples of second generation being better than the first generation.
I agree with that, Lance. For being Lawler's kid, he said he thought he did okay.
I don't know what his body of work was to wrestle. Like, I mean, like, I don't know him outside of that gimmick.
I understand.
And then I'm also very well aware that in WWE, you get stuck with these shitty fucking gimmicks. And, you find out that these guys are amazing workers, like Jamie Noble. Look what happened after he left WWE and went to Ring of Honor and was the Ring of Honor champion.
I'll give you another example. Cowboy Jimmy Yang Wang.
Oh yeah, isn't his name like Ryan Okiai,
Something
some shit
like that.
that?
And he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah. But he was a fucking Chinese guy who happened to be from down south, and they were like, let's make this into a gimmick.
Basically, it's just kind of crazy when you think about it, isn't it?
No, it's fucking blatantly racist. No, not really.
No, but I know what you mean. Now, you had told him, I don't know if you have it in front of you, the last few names in the Mae Young Classic. They haven't been officially announced, but they've kind of leaked to the interweb.
You actually want to laugh? How long did we spend talking about that?
About 10 minutes.
I didn't even look to see who the signings were today.
Hang on.
All right. No, I have it right here in front of me. I just hadn't gotten down to it because we've been talking about who the other participants were outside of the WWE.
No, that's okay.
It says Zatara, who apparently is a Chilean champion, so from Chile. Zaya, it's XIA, but she has an at WWE. It's all right. She's okay. Another Asian girl. Okay, this is maybe the one that you got confused with the one from last year because she's a she's a spitting image of the other one.
And if I remember correct, not to stereotype, she reminds me of Chun-Li from Street Fighter.
She's like either Chun-Li or fucking Katana from Mortal Kombat. Yes, very much yes. I don't think she was in it last year, but I think she was signed at the same time as Zeta, who was the MMA chick who they fired in. Oh no, she was in it last year.
Yeah, because
she's wearing a Mae Young shirt.
Yeah, because I thought she was the one that wrestled Mercedes Martinez.
I thought you were talking about Zeta. See, this is what happens. You see, this is my problem. They bring in these people and they never use them ever again.
Yeah, you're right. Like, you see them once and then they disappear.
I mean, which is also good because I guess they're still bringing in uncontracted talent. You know, it's getting them over, which in turn can get them signed by them getting bigger. But, you know, I mean, like, it's a good thing. But they just don't ever mention them again. And then they fire them. And they leave me confused. But okay. Real MJ Jenkins?
Yeah, I know MJ Jenkins. She's wrestles a lot on the East Coast.
All right. I don't think I know anything about her, but I think she's been at the Performance Center for a little bit.
Yes. The Dudleys trained her.
Okay. Sienna is a big name.
A.K.A.
For those
Allison Kay.
I think more people would know her from TV under Sienna, because I would in a million years.
Oh, yeah, no, I just mean because they're not going to call her that. They're going to call her Allison Kay.
I think it's funny that her is still at Sienna.
That is funny.
I don't think people realize that she's actually a cage fighter.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
she's from Detroit, man. She's tough.
Yeah, she's real awesome. And it's kind of funny how she just kind of like disappeared from TNA.
Well, she had that really bad injury.
Is that what happened?
I'm almost and then she kind of like disappeared after that.
I thought she was champ and dropped the title, and then it was just like did nothing with her.
Give me a second and I'll tell you, because I know what you're referring.
Because I thought all of a sudden it was like she had gotten her title and they were going to put her on top again, and then it's like then I remembered hearing like months later she had been let go. I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense because I haven't heard anything about her. Because I think she's amazing. I think she's gorgeous.
She hadn't wrestled since March for them.
Now, was that the March air date? Because that would be the January taping.
Because it said all it says is on the March 22nd episode, she challenged Ali unsuccessfully.
Okay, so that was taped at the turn of the year.
So that was her last appearance for them.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. Just like with their taping schedule, and like I really can't knock them because NXT does the same thing, and they have a successful model with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and they're trying to save as much money as they can.
Bro, how crazy would it be if I think you mentioned this on air that Aliester Black is... Oh, no, I don't think it was on air. Aliester Black just had emergency surgery.
Yeah.
How crazy would it have been if he wasn't able to make it to the pay-per-view with everything's already been taped and in the can?
Yeah, that would be bad.
Because it's going to set up with them going to the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Well, the takeover, because it's not a pay-per-view.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
But to me, that's crazy. Like, like when shit like that can happen.
No, you're absolutely right. Because what Ryan's talking about, Aliester Black was injured at one of the house shows recently wrestling Ciampa. Everything I read is that he had hernia surgery, but they expect him to be able to wrestle for TakeOver, which, when you think about it, is crazy because it's 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah.
It just goes to show you what, like, high-priced doctors in rehab can do for you.
Yeah, but I also know that with what their medical staff is like now, if there's any chance of him being re-injured, they're not going to clear him.
Oh, no, I agree.
Because at the end of the day, that's still NXT. That's not main roster. That's not WrestleMania. That's just, they're not going to risk anything for just some guy on an NXT show. I'm sorry, to call Aliester Black some guy, but...
To them, it's you're absolutely right. And it's not a knock on him. They would do that to whoever it was.
I mean, look, John Cena can wrestle how he wants. That's John Cena. Fucking Aliester Black isn't John Cena. Maybe one day he'll be on that level, but he's not a Triple H. He's fucking Aliester Black. To the indie guys, he's a big deal. He doesn't make money for the company yet.
Not to my knowledge. I don't know. But, yeah, I get what you're saying.
I mean, with NXT being such a small percentage of what the company brings in to begin with, like, nobody in that company or in that brand is bringing that company true money. You know what I mean? No,
I agree with you. I can't wait to see your boy Keith Lee next week.
Where's Keith Lee going to be?
He debuts in NXT next week.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to go to a show and see him. Okay, cool.
Oh, no, I've seen him before and talked with him. He's like a super nice guy.
Yeah, that's all I hear is he's like the nicest guy in the world.
Like, he'll take time to talk to anybody.
Apparently, he's going to be using the whole Limitless thing.
That's awesome. I really like that.
I like the fact that WWE is beginning to let people bring their old shit in. Like, this is what got them the fans to begin with. Like, they have fans. Now just get them more fans.
Right. Like Lance just said, Vince probably doesn't even know who Aliester Black is.
Exactly.
And that makes perfect sense.
I would bet anything Vince McMahon has no idea who Aliester Black is. That's NXT. He doesn't fucking... He may know something.
He'd probably be freaked out when he met him by the way he looks.
I don't know. I mean, considering who's worked for Vince McMahon over the years, I don't know about that.
Well, that's true.
Vince may be the only person on the planet who wouldn't be unnerved by the look of fucking Aliester Black.
It doesn't bother me, but I'm weird, so...
I mean, I'm from New York City. That's really not that weird of a fucking...
Well, no, because you've seen everything.
But even, like, just the fully... like, I see fucking, like... It looks like school teachers or, like, moms that are that tatted up.
There's a independent wrestler I know. I'm not gonna name him, but it has a bunch of tats like that, and he's like a special ed teacher. So I can only imagine how that goes.
But it's like, how much of that is shown, though?
That's true, but you know how people are.
I don't know. I mean, I think in 2018, fucking, like, you got grandmas getting tattoos. I don't think the stigma's there anymore.
I will say that you have a point, because one of my mom's friends is in, like, her 60s, and she's out getting tattoos like crazy.
Like, I don't know how old your mom is, but if you went, like, my mom wanted to go get a tattoo, like, I may think it's I don't want to even say unusual, because it's not. It would just be like, oh, no, maybe, like, you don't hear that every day, but it's not weird.
Yeah, I got you.
But I don't know. I don't even know how we got onto that.
We tend to ramble sometimes.
The
other girls in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, who was the last one?
Rachel Evers.
There you go. That was the last one. I don't think that
who people outside of WWE would know as Rachel Ellering, Paul Ellering's daughter. That I don't understand why they made her change her last name.
Especially with her father working for the company.
Yeah.
I don't know. More WWE shit. You know.
She's talented, and like when you watch her on television, because I watched her on there before I actually met her, and she dwarfs me. Like, she makes me feel short.
Yeah, she's like, what, 6'3"?
Yeah.
6'2"?
She's like 6'2", 6'3", and you don't usually see a girl that tall.
No, you don't.
But she's super nice. I'm trying to think what else has been going on.
Well, we didn't talk about it last week because we didn't have a show, but we have a new NXT champion. I know we may have mentioned it the week of tapings, but Tommaso Ciampa is fucking brilliant.
The Psycho Killer.
Bro, he's fucking brilliant.
Oh, wait, I forgot. He can't use that in WWE.
Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that, though.
No, I understand.
I mean, but, like, then again, like, the UFC has, like, the Axe Murderer is, like, one of the guys' names. And I'm like, is he really, though? I think it's Carlos Condit is the Axe Murderer. I'm like, but is he? This probably shouldn't be in a cage fighting, like, if this is true. And if it's not, what's the point of saying it? Like, I understand having cool names, but...
I think more so, and not a knock on UFC, more so you would want to cut it out in WWE because I think more children would watch that than UFC.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And it's being marketed as entertainment, not sport. You know, I mean, like, if you're an athlete, you can take whatever fucking name you want. Like, I'm not here to be a role model. You know, the old famous fucking Charles Barkley, I'm not your role model. I'm not your kid's role model. I don't know if you remember that.
That sounds like something Brock Lesnar would say.
You don't remember that, though?
No, I do remember, but when you say that, it reminds me, like, I'm like, wow, that sounds like something Brock would say.
Oh, yeah, there we go. We can talk about Brock. I've heard mixed things. I've heard that this could be leading to fucking Heyman turning on Brock and siding with Roman and Roman turning heel. Which I don't know if I'd hate that.
You know what I think's going to happen, and it's going to piss a lot of people off? I think he's going to beat Roman, and he's going to do exactly what they said, Heyman said on Raw, that he's going to take that title when he goes and wrestles in UFC.
I don't think Vince would allow it by this point. I don't think so.
I don't know. To answer your question, Silva is the Axe Murderer in UFC.
Wanderlei Silva. Okay.
But
so what's Carlos Condit's name then?
I don't know. But what I was going to say is I actually like heelish Brock. Like when he's being a dick.
I'm over Brock. I want Brock off my TV screen. I'm done with him. Like I'm over the whole thing that was Brock Lesnar. He's diminished the fucking title so much. It's a joke. I'm so over it.
Well, see, this is the thing that angers me personally. You have AJ Styles, who is, in my opinion, your real world champion because he's the WWE champion. But he doesn't go on last on like major shows like SummerSlam or WrestleMania or whatever. They put more times than not Brock is on last because it's him and it's the Universal title, which annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a bit. I'm over this whole Brock Lesnar bullshit.
Yeah. Not to change the subject real quick. Condit is the natural born killer in UFC.
Okay, there you go. I know he had another killer name. I mean, it's. But is he a natural born killer?
Does he come out to the song?
Yeah, right.
Because that's my first thought.
Is his role model Woody Harrelson? I think that was him and Mira Sorvino. I don't remember who I think it was Mira Sorvino. I don't remember who the chick was.
I thought it was you talk about Brock. The stuff he did with Heyman was kind of funny, where he like grabs his mouth and he's like trying. It looks like he's trying to like shut it closed so he can't breathe, but it's really not.
No, I didn't hate that Brock Lesnar appearance because at least he fucking said something.
Yeah, at least he spoke.
And like I didn't hate on that. I was like, all right, we got a fucking talking champion. He at least said something. I'm okay with this.
Somebody, I don't know if I sent it to you. I can't remember. They made a GIF or a meme, whatever the hell it's called, of Lesnar when he's reading that magazine, and somebody switched it out, and it was the Young Bucks book.
Yeah, I've seen so many of those. I mean, one was the Sable Playboy. I mean, I don't know. They just left themselves open to fucking parody.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Everything I've read and heard is that Daniel Bryan has still not signed a new contract.
Interesting.
And that they've given him less days on the road because that's what he wanted, obviously because he has a small child. I don't remember the kid's name, but...
Birdie Joe.
That's what it is, thank you. But he's wanted less dates. So I just think it's interesting that he's almost kind of like hardballing them.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know if it's even hardballing. He's just saying, this is what I want. Period. End of story. This is what I want to be paid.
Well, I think they finally realized how valuable he is.
I mean, I hope so. I mean, but, it's... I want what's best for the performers. Like, I don't give a fuck about whether or not... Because if they're not being used right, then I don't want to see them in WWE.
I agree. Well,
I'm sure he has more than enough money to support him and his wife. And I'm sure his wife is making buku bucks.
Doing Total Bellas?
Yeah, and aren't they still on Total Divas too, or no?
I think so.
No, I don't think so because they're not on the road anymore.
See, I don't watch it, so I don't know.
Yeah, no. Yeah, me neither.
But I agree with Lance. He's definitely the number one face in the company.
Yeah.
But he, from what I understand, he has John Cena's lawyer.
Oh, I'm sure. That's one of the first things he fucking did was get whatever person is making John Cena's deals. I mean, their family.
Yeah.
Or no, they're not because...
Oh, that's right, because they split up again.
Apparently for good this time.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see as the previews for next season's
That's
fucking
what I
Total
meant. It's
Bellas comes
probably
out.
all a giant work.
I mean, like, eventually people are gonna stop caring. Because
Oh,
how many times can you fucking tell people the same shit?
I
Before
agree with
people are
you.
like, all right, bitch, like, go fuck yourself. Nobody cares about your bullshit.
Oh, that's funny. I've never seen an episode of either show.
I didn't mind Total Divas the first season. Like, I'm also somebody who, like, I watch Jersey Shore, I watch Floribama Shore, because it's mind-numbing TV. Like, I watch wrestling. Like, I'm not gonna really be picky with what the fuck else I watch.
Dude, it can't be as bad as that show Teen Mom. They filmed in the area I live in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not even kidding you. Because, like, someone was like, it's Teen Mom, New Jersey. And I'm like, oh, dear God. And, like, I watched the clip. Like, they show, like, the previews for the season.
Yeah.
And I knew, like, where every place was. I was like, oh, no, this is bad.
Now, did you see them filming? Because you live in a fucking little...
No, I
tiny
did not.
See, that blows my mind, because you can't miss it here in the city. But the fact that you live in, a little sardine can, and somehow you miss production of a major television show. Like, that's crazy. Because I'm sure they filmed her whenever she went out.
Yeah, well, it was in my county, but my county's, like, kind of big where it could be, anywhere from a half an hour to 20 minutes away.
Oh, okay. But then again, that's, like, normal travel difference.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
But it's all, like, boonies and, very, like, farmy type area stuff. That's your favorite show, Lance? He said Honey Boo Boo is the best.
I can't do that shit.
It's not even on
no.
anymore anyway.
No, I can't do any of that shit. Jersey Shore, they were just fucking idiots. I don't mind the one with the people from the Alabama, Florida area. I don't fucking hate them. Like I was telling my wife yesterday, like, these aren't people you want to fucking hate. Like, for the most part, they're decent people who just want to fucking party.
And I can respect that.
I mean, like, they're decent. Like, the group of people from Jersey Shore are fucking awful. They're awful human beings. They don't even look human anymore with all the plastic surgery a lot of them have had. But I like these fucking guys on this other show.
That's funny. I don't really watch a lot of, like, the reality TV shows.
Sometimes I just like the mind-numbingness of it.
You know what I do sometimes, and you're going to laugh when I tell you this? I'll watch, and I don't know if you've ever watched it, I'll watch the, I think it's called, like, My 600-Pound Life.
Fuck out of here. I don't want to see no fucking 600-pound people. I care about no 600 people. Get out of here.
No, you know why I watch it?
Why?
Because sometimes I'll watch it and I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of not hungry anymore.
I can't watch that shit. I had a friend of mine who was on a TV show for being fat. It was fat people walking from... It's called Fat March. It was really just fat. Actually...
Please tell me you're joking.
No, actually, Rosie was on this. Like, Rosie, the superhero in training.
Oh,
like,
my God.
He was part of it. But no, my friend was part of it. And his fucking useless ass didn't even make it. But the people who finished, it was like they lost like 3 people. Like, they didn't even look like the same people by the time it was over. But now this kid is back. Like, he's even bigger than he fucking was before. I seen him post pictures about back when I was skinnier. Skinnier, bro, you were 470 pounds. What are you now?
That's my fear with that type of stuff, where it's like they'll give you like a crash course and you lose like a bunch of weight, but then you put it right back on.
He lost like 100 pounds. That's it. I mean, when you're 400 pounds, 100 pounds is...
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, that's like water weight. That's like not having fucking soda for a month.
And that's kind of hard. Because that shit's addictive as hell.
Soda?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, I can't say nothing about addiction because I have such an addictive personality. I guess I've just never found soda addictive.
Oh yeah, like I have to get off it because I'll have where if I don't have some, I get like that caffeine crash where like you get like the real bad headaches.
Then just drink coffee if you need caffeine.
I've never drank a cup of coffee in my life.
Oh boy. We had to get you a big... That's right, I remember you telling me this. We need to get you a big fucking pot of coffee.
As long as it's not Starbucks.
Why? What's wrong with Starbucks?
Too expensive.
Get a fucking frappuccino.
Lance said he saw the show you're referring to, Fat March.
Yeah. My friend was Will, and he failed.
I guess it happens. I don't really know.
No, I mean, I'm harsh on him just because I remember all the bullshit he was like about, oh, well, I want to quit competitive eating, and then he went right back to it. It was like all bullshit just to get himself onto the TV show to try to make himself famous.
Does that pay the bills for him, competitive eating?
I don't know. I don't know if it pays bills.
Just for curiosity.
I have no idea. I mean, like, we hadn't talked in a while, then we started talking again, and then I remembered why we stopped talking, so I unfriended him again. I was like, that's right, you're a fucking Z-list celebrity and you think you're famous. Like, you even have 4 booking contact. He got himself a fucking wrestling belt that says the champ because he named himself the champ.
Oh my god.
Awful. Awful.
Well, I'm sure well, no, maybe you might not know because that's a Philly thing. Every year here, I think it's either the day or the day before the Super Bowl in Philly, they have what's called Wing Bowl, which is basically competitive eating, like as many chicken wings as you can within so many minutes. And like there's legitimate people that just do this for a living.
Yeah, there are some people who competitively eat for a living. No, I competitively ate once when I was a 16-year-old that had a fucking never-ending stomach, and I lost by 1.
Yeah, like watching and I'm sure you know what I'm going to talk about because it's in Coney Island every year when they have the hot dog eating contest. It's painful to watch.
Bro, this motherfucker ate like 71 in 10 minutes. What?
Dude, that's like Heartburn City.
Bro, I didn't have 71 hot dogs this decade. This motherfucker did that shit in 10 minutes. What?
Oh, God.
No, I ate 67 White Castle hamburgers and lost to a guy who ate 69.
That's fair.
No, it wasn't. I stopped eating because I was about to throw up, and the guy was like 10 behind me, and somehow in the last 2 minutes ate fucking like 12.
Jesus Christ.
Because I stopped eating because I thought I was going to puke, which I ended up doing once everything was over with.
All right, I don't know how we got off on this tangent, but I just remembered I wanted to bring this up too. I don't know if you read this. There's some contracts that are getting ready to come up for WWE other than Daniel Bryan.
All I know is Nakamura is one of them, and I believe the club?
It's Nakamura, AJ, and the club.
Okay, yeah. I will bet you everything I own that AJ Styles retires in the WWE.
No, I agree with that.
They're going to throw him everything he could ever want, never to leave.
Plus, he didn't like being over there because he was away from his family.
Yeah, and he's not making anywhere near the amount of money over there than he's making here. Probably just on merchandise. I would guarantee you he's doing as well on merchandise here as he was probably doing there wrestling.
Yeah, because they're a machine with merchandise.
Everything, bro. You want a fucking AJ Styles ornament? You want fucking Kevin Owens bathrobe? They got them.
Yeah, or you want a mug or whatever.
Bro, I'm pretty sure they have a Ty Dillinger mug somewhere. Somebody wants a Ty Dillinger mug.
Not me.
I'm hating on fucking Perfect 10 for, bro.
I'm not hating on him, just I'm not going to pay for it.
Bro, that's an example of a missed opportunity. Tell me why that motherfucker isn't U.S. champion at least once.
No, I agree with you.
I mean, anybody who knows him from NXT.
He's a good worker.
Bro, but that's all you need is, like, let the fucking universe get to know who he is. Put a belt on him. Put him in contention for a belt. Like, they turn these guys into jobbers, and then, like, they lose, and then they're off TV for fucking 6 months. They're on Main Event, which is still on the air, by the way.
Yeah, it's just overseas.
Yeah, bro, I fell asleep, and I was watching random shit on the network. And I turned it on, and this is like a really competitive match. It was Jinder and somebody else. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is better than what's on TV. And it was Main Event.
They let them do their thing, man.
And then I seen another one with, what the hell is his name? The one who should have been Kurt Angle's son, Gable.
Yeah.
I forget who he was wrestling. I was like, this is one of the better matches I've seen him in. And again, it's on fucking Main Event. This is why these guys get followings in these, like, third world countries that actually get Main Event. Because they're the only ones who actually get to see it.
I agree with you, Lance. He said he thinks Nakamura is going to go back home.
I don't know.
Because
I mean, again, it depends on how much money they throw at him, but I mean, he's worldwide now.
That's what I'm saying. I think New Japan is gonna throw a lot of money at him to try to get him to come back, because now they're running on Access TV in the States.
Yeah.
And even, the casual wrestling fan, could be like, well, he was on WWE. That's cool. I'm going to watch this.
Yeah. I'd like to see them make a play for one of the bigger networks.
I do too.
Because I think they have enough behind them. As far as knowledge, experience, front office, that they would become very quickly a suitable second in this country.
I agree. They just don't have enough exposure, like, on a major network.
Yeah. And if they were to build off of major cities, I think they would do very well.
I agree.
The complete opposite of what Impact was trying to do. I believe if they run big cities to where you're going to have these fan bases and you have it on a more accessible network that's willing to promote their product.
You mean like the rabid fan base cities like a Philly, a Chicago, those types
Philly, New York, Chicago, Toronto, most anywhere in California, Texas. Like places where you can get people to.
No, I know what you're saying. Kind of like what
big international airports.
Yeah, kind of like what WWE does with SummerSlam, where it's like we want it in a major area, like it's usually either Brooklyn or LA.
Yeah. Yeah, because they know they can get people in and out, and they know that they have a built-in base. Because, look at if they can sell out. What did they sell out? The Cow Palace? How much does the Cow Palace fucking sit?
It's not a lot.
More than 5,000?
Yeah. Give me a second and I'll find out.
I mean, that's not awful.
Almost 13,000.
I'm pretty sure they sold out.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain.
Okay, they can sell 13,000 tickets. Some events WWE can't sell 13,000 tickets. So if they do it strategically enough, I think they can really build a base here. But a lot of that comes down to access on TV and promotion. That's another thing Impact never did, was promote.
I will say, though, they have gotten really good lately.
Impact?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will admit it. I'm a fucking equal opportunity hater. When somebody does something good, I will commend it, because I shit on WWE as much as I shit on anything else. You know this. I shit all over WWE. People just take more offense to it when it's TNA because everybody shits on TNA.
Yeah, no, like I like what they're doing. They got a lot of young, hungry guys on that and girls on that roster.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe that they're going somewhere.
Here's some news. I wasn't aware of this. Lance is saying supposedly Hogan, Hall, and Nash were seen at the Performance Center today wearing NWO shirts.
I heard something about NWO revival, like renewal, but I just think it's a rumor based off of that picture.
Well, Hogan's been teasing it on his Facebook.
But I don't know. Like, I don't understand why they'd show up at the PC in the getup. Like,
probably to just start a bunch of rumors. You know what I mean? Like, get the IWC going crazy.
That don't make no sense.
Because, the video Sunil put up of Hogan, the one that you commented on.
I won't watch anything with Hulk Hogan in it.
Well,
I didn't watch it. I just commented on it, but I know what video you're talking. I mean, I'm familiar with his posts.
Well, I watched it just for curiosity's sake, and he's talking, and the video keeps cutting out, and it'll like how the NWO used to do their old vignettes back in the day, where it's like the fuzzy TV, and then when he'd be talking, it would do that, and then it'd like blink real quick, too sweet, and then it'd go back to normal, and I'm like, what the hell is that?
I don't see WWE doing anything of the sort, like a augmented reality kind of like get everybody involved kind of thing.
Yeah, no,
That's just not WWE.
Yeah, I'm just telling you what I saw, and I just thought it was kind of weird.
I mean, who knows? I mean, but I don't think an NWO revival is the thing that needs to happen right now.
No. Yeah, I agree with Lance. He said he used to love them. I had the fucking mug back in the day, but he's like, I don't want to see their old asses on TV.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Especially Scott Hall with his issues.
Apparently, I think he's in good shape now, though.
I know, but I don't know if I could ever trust him if I was a company, you know?
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Kind of, I mean, and I don't like to like label people, but kind of like the same thing with Jake, because he was like so bad for so long, you're just kind of like leery.
Well, I mean, like, if you really are forgiving somebody, you have to give them the chance to fuck up.
Well, no, that's true too.
I mean, we all have things that we want to change, and if we're making a concerted effort to change, we should be judged on whether or not we've actually changed, not whether or not we could. And we're all guilty of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, and you could say that too, because you had your own issues at one point in time.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I am the first person to judge myself. So if I judge out other people, I'm not being like, it's not to be a dick. It's just, we've all been there.
Right, like Lance just said, burn me once, shame on you. Burn me twice, shame on me.
Mm-hmm. And if, I don't know. Everybody deserves a honest second chance, so.
No, I agree. I keep hearing, I haven't heard it confirmed, but that All In is going to be, like, streamed or something.
I thought that was announced.
No, that's the convention, Starcast.
No, I thought they had decided that they were gonna...
Maybe.
Huh. I thought this is old news. I could be wrong, but I...
Yeah, maybe I'm off. But I actually used I put it up on Facebook last week, and I checked it out for a little while. It's called Powerbomb TV. I watched because I wanted to watch Beyond Wrestling's American Rana, which is their big event. And I like the concept. It's just I don't see myself paying $9.99 for all those companies. Nothing against them.
No, I understand that. Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna pay $9.99 for something, it's got to be equal to what I'm getting for WWE. Because that's
like I said, it's no knock on those guys, but it's Beyond. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're one of the big indie companies in the Northeast, and then the rest are just kind of like. I mean, there's some here and there that are okay, but the other companies are just kind of like, who? Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's not a knock on them. I mean, I'm glad that there's companies out there that are kind of, what do I want to call it? Like they're condensing all together to kind of get themselves seen.
Yeah.
So, because I actually like the service. It's turning out much better than Flow Slam, that's for sure.
Yeah, none of those places are worth my money. I'm like, yeah.
No, I just mean they were a disaster. Flow Slam.
Were they?
Yeah. It was just bad from the start.
I don't know anything about them.
But with Powerbomb, I got I think it was like a free 20-day trial, so I tried it out. It's not bad.
But not something you see yourself using a lot of.
No, I mean there's like cause some of the companies I've never even heard of.
ABC Backyard Wrestling.
Yeah,
I got these guys on fucking trampolines. I'd watch the shit out of that though. Trampoline wrestling? Are you kidding me? I love the shit out of that.
I used to do that when I was a kid.
No, fucking Kevin found this one guy that was like he was like trampoline wrestling champion, and like he had like storylines he'd put up, and where was it through? I think it was through YouTube. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. The guy, they tell him to have a ladder match on the fucking trampoline.
I remember, I think I was like in 8th grade. I graduated. Yeah, it was our 8th grade graduation. We went over this girl's house because there was only like 13 kids in my graduating class, and one of my friends, we're still friends to this day, he's like 6'6", and it was him and his brother were on like the trampoline, and this parent, one of the parents, I think it was the place that we were at, like their house, they were like, excuse me, could you please get off the trampoline so you don't fucking break it?
That's funny.
But no, I used to have that shit too back in the day, playing wrestling on the trampoline. That used to be the shit. Did you ever do that, Rye?
Not on trampoline, like, bro. I shit you not. We would start off at the park, which it was like 5 avenues down from where I lived, and we would fight. Like, we'd have our match coming up the residential streets. Now, down by where I used to live was like super residential once you got past a certain avenue. But then we'd get to the avenue where like the delis were. We used to wrestle inside the delis, like with customers. We'd come in and just continue the match as if there was nobody else there.
That's funny.
Pinfalls in the middle of the store in Rite Aid.
It's funny you mentioned this. When I was in college, I was maybe 20 at the most. There was a guy that wrestled locally. Him and his brother, they still do, I think, to a certain extent. And he decided to like mess with this classroom that was like along the walkway, like because you had to go like in between doors to like get from a certain area. So he's they're two brothers, and the guy goes, all right, he's like, I'm going to spear you, and we're going to, like, roll down this little, like, grassy, like, hill thing, and, like, scare the fuck out of these people in this classroom. So one of the guys is bigger than the other dude, and when he spears the little guy, he rolls, like, all the way down, and you hear him, like, thud against, like, one of the windows in the classroom, and, like, all these, like, students who are in the classroom come running over, and this guy, like, cracks open the window, and he's like, you better fuck him up, little man. Oh, God, it was, like, so good, like, some of the shit you remember.
Oh, no, man. We had crazy fights. Fucking, I remember my friend got me into the walls of Jericho on the top of somebody's SUV.
Oh, wow. Listen to this one, Rye. Lance said he DDT'd a kid on the grass, and he knocked him out cold. He says, it turns out when I DDT'd him, I DDT'd him on one of those metal pop-up sprinklers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, look, you didn't kill him, Lance.
Nah, bro. Me and my best friend used to wrestle up on his roof. We would drag his mattress, his brother's mattress, and his father's mattress to the fucking roof with pillows. And then we'd, like, just... Like, we'd wrestle, but he also had, like, this thing, like, when you climbed up to his roof, it was a staircase, but it, like... It was like a staircase on the outside. I don't know how else to put it. Like, you could stand up on top of it. And we used to just do fucking jumps off there. His dad would be like, what the fuck are you doing? Because we'd land on the roof so high. We would knock things off the shelf. It was crazy.
You sound like you were pulling a Foley.
Bro, we brought a fucking step ladder, put it up on top of the... like the door thing, and like you're already 6 feet up when you're on top of the door thing. Then on a step ladder, and then we were doing like fucking frog splashes and shit and swantons.
Oh man, that's great.
We also used to play who could slide closest to the edge of the roof without falling off, like after a snowstorm or an ice storm. So the whole roof would be a sheet of ice, and we'd be high as fuck, and we'd run and then just slide. And see who could get closest to the edge of the roof.
Yeah, fuck that.
Thank God nobody ever fell off, because thinking about that now, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, we laugh about that. Like, what the fuck? We used to play who could stare at the sun the longest.
Oh, my God.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, like Lance said, nowadays, I just hurt myself getting out of bed.
Yeah, bro. I don't need to fucking complicate it. No, we were the real-life Beavis and Butthead, bro. Shoot each other with fucking paintball guns. I brought my paintball gun over to his house. We just shooting each other, take our shirts off, and just shoot each other.
Oh, God.
Well, not that far away.
Yeah, fuck that. Now that I'm, like, old, the thought of that is just terrifying.
Bro, it's just terrifying, period.
Oh, man. But, before we get out of here... What are you up to this weekend?
Nothing. My wife is in Chicago, Illinois.
Yeah, she's visiting friends, right?
There's like a WakandaCon. It's a Comic-Con before Wakanda.
That's what I kind of figured that.
And my wife is very Afrocentric. She's very proud of being black. And it's going to be a weekend with 2 friends that she went to college with, or that she went to grad school with. College makes it sound like it was fun. It was grad school. There was no fun in grad school.
No.
And yeah. So I, for the last, since I got home from court at 4 o'clock till now, I've been playing World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, you're going back old school.
Oh, bro, I love this fucking game. It's been like 6 years since I really played. I played briefly right after my first surgery. And now I'm back because the new fucking expansion's coming out in a week. Or a week and a half. And I'm excited. So, trying to catch up as much as I can. And that's my whole fucking weekend. So be jealous.
I am actually doing a double shot tomorrow in the old ECW arena. I'm going to go see Evolve and I guess you say Progress So
Yeah, progress.
I've heard it said both ways.
What's the other way? Progress?
Yeah, progress.
I always it was progress.
Yeah,
That's what that.
I don't know, but either way, I'm going to see Evolve in the afternoon and Progress at night.
Oh, cool beans.
I'm kind of excited, and that's kind of why I wish like you were here, because I'm gonna get to see your buddy wrestle,
Who the fuck is my buddy?
Pete Dunne.
Oh, word!
Yeah,
I'm very upset with you now.
and Mustache Mountain.
I'm very upset with you.
That's why I was like, I feel bad.
I love Pete Dunne. Bro, like, I have such a man fucking erection for Pete Dunne. Like, I could just watch his shit over and over and over again. Like, that's as close as, like man love as I'm gonna have for a wrestler. I fucking love everything about him.
See, now I'm gonna have to get a picture with Pete Dunne and have him like hold up a sign that says like, "Hey Ryan."
Oh, no, that's completely okay. I appreciate when Dean did it, but I can only imagine what it's like for that person to be sitting there holding up a sign.
Yeah, that was kind of cool that Dean did that.
Nah, I love Dean to death. I just can't imagine what Kevin Owens is sitting there thinking.
He was probably like, "What the fuck?"
I love Dean so much.
No, he told me, because when I told him I was going, he's like, "You'll have fun."
Who said that?
Dean.
Oh, yeah. No, I absolutely love Pete Dunne. I got to see him right before he made his debut for the UK tournament. I saw him with I think it was What Culture?
Oh yeah, whatever it's called now.
Defiant.
Yes, thank you. And Lance said he ended up with that sign.
That's so funny.
That's great. But real quick, because I don't think I did it at the beginning, before we head out, don't forget to check out our social media stuff. Facebook.com/American Sports Connection. Twitter @ASCPods. Instagram's @American Sports Connection. You can check out our entire catalog on B Plus Player Radio. Find them on Twitter @B Plus Radio. And don't forget to check out our sponsors over at the Squared Circle Magazine. You can find them on Twitter @TSCM Weekly. Use promo code ASCPOD for 10% off your order. So what are you going to do? Play some more World of Warcraft tonight?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing on this quest. I'm gonna just running around in a fucking circle. I feel like an idiot.
I think I might hit up the diner.
Oh, there you go.
I don't know if you do that up there, but that's like a New Jersey thing.
What?
Going to diners.
For what purpose? Just to eat?
Yeah, and hang out.
I go to eat.
Because there's one like 5 minutes from my house. I'll usually just go for like peace and quiet. They're like, "Why are you all by yourself?" I was like, I love the silence.
Hey, man. If that's what you need, then by all means.
Because I'm a very, I don't want to say anti-people, but like I like my quiet time. I need my quiet time.
I can get that, bro. Trust me.
But on that note, we're going to get out of here for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, give it a thumbs up, all that stuff. And we will see you back next time. Have a good night, everybody.